I remember that record store we used to go to downtown? Yeah. When we buy all those t-shirts, posters, albums. You can buy some albums out of the used section. When you before you walked in, you always saw that big window where all the local bands plastered their flyers on the walls. Yeah, that record store. Sometimes you walk into that record store and you hear reggae or the Grateful Dead or punk or country or bluegrass or whatever music was being piped over the speakers. Yeah, that record store. The record store that made you feel good. Yeah. There was a record store like that in my hometown, and it was called Dirt Cheap Records. God, I miss that place. And the reason I bring this up is I kind of belong to a history group. And in the last couple of weeks, some of these people have been finding some old advertisements of Dirt Cheap Records, and it got me to thinking. And I was like, wow, it took me back because I spent a lot of time at that record store. Believe me, me and my friends would either hop a bus or ride our bikes down there or whatever and spend a lot of time in that record store and buy albums. And sometimes we go to the used album section. Yes, we took that risk. It was a risky take, but sometimes you could find a good album out of there. You really could, or you can find like a band that no one's ever heard of, and you go home and take it because the album cover looked cool. I say, oh, the album cover looks really cool. Let's see what these guys sound like. So you take it home and listen to it and go, wow. Or you can be really disappointed. But all in all, that was a part of the used record section. You just had to buy that record at your own risk. Um, yeah, it was a part of my life that I'll never forget. To tell you the honest truth, it's just a part of the life, and I love music, and it's sad to see record stores on the endangered species list, as I say. And if you had a record store when you were a kid or a teenager, a favorite record store that you used to go to, now it's gone. And sometimes you get a little nostalgic and you think about that record store. It's okay. I get a little nostalgic every time I go down. When I get downtown, when I drive by it, I just like, yeah, Dirt Cheap used to be right there. It was a good store. The store made you when you walk in, it made you feel welcome, and that was really a good part of that record store. It had a good vibe to it, and I was so sad when I heard it closed down so many years ago. Still to this day I think about Dirt Cheap and all the albums and cassette tapes I bought out of there, and T-shirts, a few concert tickets. But yeah, times were changing. The internet, it's not the same. When you go look for an album on the internet, it's just not the same because it's not like going to a record store. You know, you just don't have that same vibe when you download an album on the internet. Actually, it's kind of boring. But if the record store were still thriving, if they were, I'd be down at a record store to tell you the truth, because it's about the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But what the hell do I know? I'm just a guy in a basement. We'll see you later. Hey, before I go, leave a comment. If y'all have a favorite record store, leave it in that comment box. Go for it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, whatever. Or you can drop me an email at drunkfarmer67@gmail.com. I will see you all next time, everyone. Have a wonderful week. I'm out. Bye. Oops, I'm back.